Are Jews historically the most grieved nation? Palestinians and Jews have widely divergent outlooks on the massacre carried out by Hamas on October 7th and the subsequent war in Gaza. Muslims in general, Arabs, and specifically Palestinians, consider recent events as the natural outcome of 100 years of struggle for land, the 1948 Nakba, and occupation resulting from the 1967 war. Jews' historical memories, on the other hand, go much deeper, to the remembrance of the killing of 6,000 of theirs in 1033 in Fez, Morocco, to the Jewish community of York, England, decimated and deported in 1190, to the tens of thousands massacred during the Helminsky uprising in 1648 in Ukraine, the pogroms of Russia throughout the 19th century, and finally the final solution during the 1941-45 Nazi period. The assassination of 1,300 mostly civilian Jews in October 2023 is just an additional ring in the long anti-Semitic chain of oppression and death throughout 2,000 years of history. It is evident from the foundational principles and charter of Hamas that they are not solely focused on matters of land and independence. The objective is Islam dominant in geographical Palestine. This aim has no place for Jews or their country. Actually, Hamas is the outgrowth of Hassan al-Banna's Muslim Brothers movement, Ihwan, started in 1928, which seeks to gather the whole Ummah, way beyond Palestinian nationalism in the narrow sense. Those hundreds of Israeli civilians dead were executed for being Jews, usurping their land and hindering the dominance of Islam. The 20th century Holocaust and the recent 2023 crushing blow of anti-Semitism, do they mean that historically the Jews have become the most aggrieved of all nations? Compared to the many other cultures non-existent today anymore, or to those nations who have still not achieved independence as of today, Jews have not been beaten by their numerous calamities. Each massacre has resulted in re-emphasizing their traditions and will to survive, created new resolve, gave birth to future generations, and succeeded in Am Israel Hai, the Jewish nation will live, despite the fact that they lost 1/3 of their brethren in the Holocaust. How did they do it? Why weren't they erased? What is their national secret? I believe Jews have a deep sense of duty towards their Creator and towards each other. They see their existence as a continuum of historical responsibility. Traditions ought to continue, family should live, needy have to be assisted, the future has to be assured through education, self-preservation is a must. Historically, the sense of duty was reserved for their own tribe, quote unquote. However, during the past 80 years, the mission of Tikkun Olam, to mend the world, resulted in numerous inventions, discoveries, and medical advance, both in Israel and in the West. However, nowadays their main concern has changed. The risk of non-existence has reappeared. Despite Israel's military prowess and ingenuity, despite diaspora Jews' worldwide influence and capability, they still consider themselves the nation intended to be crushed and eliminated. This primeval fear was always present, had declined considerably in the recent past, but has resurged with the Hamas massacres. That is why the decision to eliminate Hamas's terror capacity in Gaza will be undertaken despite all suggestions, pressure and threats, and achieved, bringing thousands more unfortunate Israeli and Gazan dead in its wake. If this is not realized, the sense of duty that Jews owe to themselves will weaken and even disappear in the years following 2023.